Hi, my name is Andres Julian Gomez, blogger and creator of an entrepreneur blog. Today we start a series of videos that are creative thinking in the process of achieving financial resources from investor, capital investing, angel investing, and others. Before I start talking about the topic of today's video, I wanna clear something out. When we are looking for investors, when we're looking for people to invest in our projects, to pour in money, to be them angel investor, risk investors, or other types of investors, what we're really doing is a sale. We're selling our product, we're selling our image, we're selling our idea, and we have to understand this as entrepreneurs as a sales process. Many entrepreneurs do not understand this as a sales process, and we should change this mind and remember that although this includes other components, basically at the end it is a sales process. And depending on how good you can sell this idea, your project, your person, this will be how the results will be good, bad, or mediocre. Okay, so now let's get into the main topic of this video, that is preparing ourselves to sell our business idea to investors. The first thing that you have to do is to know your project, know its weaknesses, know its advantages, its positive and negative side. And we have to do this, the best idea to do this is use one of the methodologies that are out there. For example, create a business idea, write a business plan, or use a Canvas model. There are many tools that you can use, and the idea is to know how good your project is and where does it fail. In this process of knowing and understanding your idea, you have to learn it like the palm of your hand. If you as the entrepreneur do not know and do not live by this idea, sweat by this idea, live every single day by this idea, well, nobody else will do it for you. So you have to be very sure, very understanding of what it takes to make your idea, what are the faults, what are the pros, what are the cons, and then take it to the investors. When we are selling our idea to an investor, there are two topics that are vital for success. One, I already mentioned it, the idea, knowing the idea, being able to transmit that idea. And the second one, and probably in many times it's more important than the first one, how good the team is organized, the entrepreneurship team. There are many investors that say that they don't buy ideas, they buy teams. So a team that is very interesting, that has different backgrounds, different knowledge, different experience, will add to this excellent idea you already have. There's a third very important element that you have to take into account. This is the element of how much money do you need? When do you need this money? Is it going to be 1, 2, 3 rounds of investment? What are the returns you expect from this money? How long will it take? How will the investor one day, probably in 3, 5, 7 years, will be able to sell his part of the company and return the money he invested, plus several profits? In the first reunions, probably you won't have time to get into the details, but you have to be very sure, very clear how much money you need, how you're gonna spend it, if that money is enough, if you need how many investment rounds. Have that very, very clear. One final recommendation. Before you go to talk with an investor, practice what you're going to say. If you suffer from stage fright, please practice this. And even if you don't, it's a good idea to practice what you're gonna say. So practice it with friends, with family members. Maybe talk with people that are in the business world that have experience with investors, and try to talk with them how you will do it with the investor one day. This is a great exercise. It gives you confidence, and maybe some questions will arise, so you will have the tools to be better at this future presentation with the investor. Okay, so this is the first part of this series of videos. We will be releasing the next parts approximately every 15 days. So please keep us looking for these videos here at An Entrepreneur Blog. Thank you very much for watching this first video. This is Andres Julian Gomez from An Entrepreneur Blog. Please, before you leave your comments, suggestions. If you have questions, please ask them. And also, please share this video and this post with all your friends and followers on social networks. See you next time.